He just fixed a dent, she declared him, her future king. Jace swung the scrap brace against the shuttle's hull. Sparks flew from the heat strip, clamped underneath. The dent buckled outward, with a satisfying pop. 10 minutes. That's all it took. He wiped sweat from his brow and stepped back. The royal shuttle gleamed again. Smooth as new. Dockmaster Olin Pruitt hustled over, clipboard in hand. Jace, what the hell? That's the Queen Sovereign's personal craft. You can't just... Fixed it. Jace pocketed his tools. Docking arm, clipped it on. Approach. Brace. Held the shape. Heat softened the alloy. Good as new. Olin's eyes widened. You used dockyard scrap? On her shuttle? Before Jace could answer, the ramp hissed open. Queen Sovereign Rilvera descended, her iridescent scales shimmering under the dock lights. 4 guards flanked her, plasma lances at the ready. Her gaze locked on the hull, then on Jace. She strode forward, towering a foot over him, her clawed feet clicking on the deck. Up close, her eyes golden slits in a face of elegant ridges studied him like a blueprint. You mended my vessel, she said, voice resonant, carrying the weight of command. Jace shrugged. Just a dent. Happens all the time. Ril's crest flared. A ripple of color from violet to crimson. She turned to the gathered dockworkers and her entourage. Witness! This off-world mechanic claims my shuttle as his own. He shapes it, binds it to his will. By the right of claim, he offers himself as king consort. Gasps echoed. Olin dropped his clipboard. Jace blinked. Wait. What? The queen seized his hand, her grip firm but warm, scales smooth against his calluses. You have triggered the ancient vow. Publicly. Before my court and yours. I accept. Her guards snapped to attention. Dockworkers froze. Jace pulled back gently. Lady, I fixed your ship. That's not... Chamberlain Tesk materialized from the shadows, his robes whispering. The protocol enforcer's multifaceted eyes gleamed with calculation. Queen Sovereign, the right binds eternally. He hammered the hull in view of all. The dent yielded. It is law. Tesk gestured. Armored doors slammed down, sealing the dock. Red lights pulsed. No one leaves until the consort proves or withdraws. Per edict, 47.2. Jace's heart kicked up. Trapped. With an alien queen claiming him as her king, Olin sputtered. Jace, you idiot. That's Veyron royalty. They take tools as proposals. Give me the rulebook, Jace said, voice steady. He faced Tesk. Printed copy. Now. Tesk paused, antennae twitching. You request the codex? Yeah. And a data pad for notes. Jace crossed his arms. If I'm in this, I need specs. Ril watched him, crest pulsing brighter. Amusement? Interest? Hard to read. Alien body language. Tesk procured a slim tablet. The right demands 3 proofs. Mend what is broken. Shield what is threatened. Vow what is eternal. Fail one. And exile, or worse. Jace scrolled the holographic text. Archaic script, but the translator chip in his ear hummed it into English. Mend what is broken. Shuttle's done. Check. Tesk's mandibles clicked. Debatable. Veyrons use neural welders and crystal lattices. Your brute method offends. Offends nothing if it flies. Jace tapped the screen. Next. Shield. What's threatened? Alarms blared suddenly. The dock shuddered. Chief Engineer Nala Cern burst from a side hatch, her toolkit clanking. Sabotage. Fuel relays tampered. Shuttle's core. Destabilizing. Ril's guards raised lances. Tesk paled. Assassins. Again. Jace dropped the tablet. Show me. Nala led him to the shuttle's underbelly. Veyron's script glowed on panels, elegant, flowing. But the fuel lines wept plasma. Relays sparking. Neural overrides failed. Nala snapped. Human, stay back. Your hands will ruin it. Jace ignored her. He yanked a panel. Seals breached here. Someone drilled micro holes. Nala's frills quivered. Impossible to fix without full recalibration. After 7. After 7. After 7. After 7. Not impossible. Jace grabbed his heat strip and brace from earlier. Olin, get me hydraulic clamps and sealant foam from base 7. Olin nodded, sprinting. Rill appeared beside them, guards forming a perimeter. You shield now, consort? Jace worked fast. He wedged the brace into the relay housing, heating it to expand the metal. Holds pressure while we patch. Oh. Nala leaned in. That brace is scrap alloy. It will melt. Watch. Jace applied foam, then clamped it tight. The sparks died. Pressure gauges stabilized. Olin returned with clamps. Jace torqued them down. The core hummed steady. Nala tested the readouts. Her eyes widened. It works. Efficiency at 98%. How? Basics. Brace takes the strain. Foam seals micro leaks. Your neural stuff's fancy. But it needs a backbone. Rill placed a hand on his shoulder. Warmth spread through his jumpsuit. You mend. You shield. The third proof? Rill. Jace stood, wiping grime on his pants. Vow. Look, Your Majesty. I fix things. Warranties. Not weddings. My word. This shuttle flies true for a year, or I eat the cost. Tesk recoiled. A warranty, not the eternal bond? In my culture, that's binding. Jace met Rill's gaze. Fixes last. People. That's trickier. Jace. Coat. Makesing that Rill's gaze. Rill's crest flared full crimson. She stepped closer, her scent like ozone and spice. Trickier, yes. But you intrigue. The rite proceeds. Nala murmured to Tesk. He bypassed our failsafes with junk. If saboteurs return. Another shudder rocked the dock. Explosions echoed from the outer bays. They're here, Tesk hissed. Intruders breaching perimeter. Rill drew a slender blade from her belt. Consort. Stand with me. Jace grabbed a plasma wrench from his belt. Not much against lances. But it'd do. Not going anywhere. Not till this is sorted. Guards formed up. Nala powered her toolkit into a field generator. Olin barricaded the hatch. Rill's eyes locked on Jace. You claim no throne, yet fight for my ship. My life. Team effort. Jace hefted the wrench. Let's keep it flying. Boots thundered beyond the seal. The first saboteur blasted through. Armored and snarling, Jace swung. The wrench cracked carapace. The alien crumpled. Rill struck next, blade flashing. 2 more fell. Nala's field zapped a 4th. Tesk coordinated from the console. Perimeter holding. But more shadows moved. A leader figure hurled a grenade. Jace dove, tackling Rill clear. The blast scorched the deck. She rose, unharmed, staring at him. You shielded me. Promised. Jace grinned through the smoke. Warranty stands. Her hand found his again, grip tightening. Not releasing this time. Alarms wailed anew. Reinforcements breached the outer dock. Tesk shouted, They target the Queen. Jace scanned the chaos. Saboteurs poured in. Lances firing. One clipped Olin's arm, he yelled. Dropping. Nala dragged him back. Jace. Cores spiking again. He sprinted to the shuttle. Relays flickered secondary sabotage. Rill covered him, blade a blur. Finish it! Jace ripped open the access. Wires frayed. He stripped a power conduit, jury-rigging a bypass with spare dock cable. Heat strip soldered it shut. The core steadied. Shuttle powered up. Everyone aboard, Jace yelled. We fly out. Guards herded in. Rill pulled him toward the ramp. You lead now? Temporary captain. He punched controls. Engines roared. Saboteurs charged. Jace sealed the ramp as plasma scorched hull. The shuttle lifted, weaving through the station bays. Alarms blared station-wide. Nala strapped in. Human navigation? Our charts are neural-linked. Jace grinned at the console. Trust me, I've dodged worse than neural charts. Rill's claws dug into his seat. Evade left pursuit vector. Plasma bolts streaked past. Jace yanked the yoke. The shuttle barrel rolled through a cargo truss, engines screaming. Station security swarmed in behind. Clear, Nala reported. Docking at Palace Bay. The shuttle slammed into the berth. Ramp hissed open. Guards in iridescent armor hauled them out. Rill strode ahead, blade sheathed but eyes fierce. Jace followed, toolkit slung over his shoulder. Olin clutched his burned arm, cursing under his breath. Chamberlain Tesk waited at the airlock, robes crisp, despite the chaos. His multifaceted eyes locked on Jace. Queen Sovereign. Mechanic. The court convenes. Now, they marched through gleaming corridors. Holo screens flickered with news feeds. Human saves, sovereign claims? Consort right? Jace's stomach twisted. Cultural mix-up from his dockside quip. The throne hall loomed. Tiered benches packed with nobles in scaled finery. Murmurs hushed as Rill ascended the dais. Tesk shoved Jace forward. Spotlights pinned him. Human Jace Calder. Tesk intoned, voice amplified. You uttered the binding words during the rite of consort challenge. Repeat them now, or forfeit honor. Jace blinked. The court leaned in, crests flaring. Rill watched from her throne, expression unreadable. No script, Jace said. I fixed a shuttle. That's it. Gasps rippled. Tesk's mandibles clicked. Protocol demands recitation. By core and conduit, I claim the throne's fire as my forge. Speak. Jace crossed his arms. Words don't fly shuttles. Show me the bird. Technical inspection. Evidence of sabotage. Tesk sputtered. This is a binding hearing, not a scrapyard audit. Nobles hissed. One jeweled figure rose. The human mocks our law. Rill's voice cut through. Silence. She stood, scales shimmering under lights. The mechanic shielded me. Save the core. He requests proof? Grant it. Tesk bowed stiffly. Sovereign. Public demonstration, Rill declared. Prove his king skill. Disassemble the right shuttle here. Define terms with tools, not vows. Cheers erupted. Tesk paled. Guards wheeled in the battered shuttle on anti-grav skids. It dominated the hall. Hull scorched. Panels dented. Jace eyed it. Opportunity. He dropped his toolkit on the dais. Court wants vows? I ask for torque specs. Court wants vows. Court wants vows. Court wants vows. Laughter boomed. Rill's gaze sharpened, amused. Intrigued, Jace cracked his knuckles. Dace became workbench. He flipped the central plinth, scattering holopads. Tools clattered out. Wrenches, multi-scanners, fusion welder. Nobles craned necks. First, Jace said, loud. Core sabotage. Watch. He popped the shuttle's underbelly panel. Wires splayed like gutted fish. Court gasped at exposed guts. Alien tech gleamed with bioluminescent circuits. See this? Jace pointed. Frayed relay, melted insulator. Saboteurs cut power here. I bypassed with dock cable. Human trick. Strip. Twist. Solder. Nala pushed forward, eyes wide. Not under overload. Jace fired the welder. Sparks danced. He threaded cable, heat strip fusing it seamless. Core hummed to life. Holo display blooming green. Applause thundered. Rill leaned forward, claws tapping throne. Tesk interjected. Mirror repair. Not consort proof. Mirror repair. Mirror repair. Jace wiped sweat. Consort? Thought that meant partner. Like co-pilot. He yanked a thruster manifold. This jammed mid-escape. Aliens calibrate neural. Humans torque by feel. He slotted a custom gauge, human-made, battered alloy. Twisting slow, he hit 450 newtons. Thruster. Wind smooth. Chief Engineer Nala climbed the dais. Your gauge. Analog? No link? Doesn't glitch. Jace handed it over. She tested. Clicked perfect. Nobles murmured, awe. Human ingenuity. Olin limped up, bandage fresh. Jace, station logs confirm. Sabotage hit 3 systems. You patched all. Tesk circled. Diplomacy demands vows. Repeat or exile. Jace met Rill's eyes. Her scales flushed deeper blue arousal. Resolve? Vows bind law here? She nodded once. Then test me proper. He grabbed the main console. Full diagnostic. Live. Tesk balked. The dais console? Sacred. Rill waved him off. Proceed. Jace jacked in his scanner. Alien code scrolled fractal. Intuitive to them. Gibberish to him. But patterns emerged. Overload trace. Saboteurs targeted palace grid next. Gasps. Guards tensed. Nala synced her neural pad. Confirmed. Residual pulse in throne relays. Rill rose. Expose it. Jace traced the line. Under her throne hidden panel. He pried it. Tampered crystal. Pulsed red. Sabotage, he said. Pull it now. Or boom. Tesk froze. Rill knelt beside Jace, shoulder brushing his. Your hands. He isolated the crystal. Pliers gripped. Snap. Dead. Hall exploded in cheers. Rill's hand lingered on his arm. Warm. Possessive. You define terms, she murmured. King skill proven. Tesk bowed low. Sovereign. The right. Holds, Rill said. By action, not words. Jace stood. Tools sheathed. But alarms pierced the triumph. Holoscreens flared. Fleet inbound. Saboteur claim human instigator. Fleet inbound. Fleet inbound. Saboteur claim human instigator. Tesk whirled. Betrayal? Jace's jaw set. My fight now. Together. Rill gripped his hand. Consort. We face it. Nala rallied engineers. Olin patched comms. The court united behind the human mechanic. Shadows gathered outside. Real threat loomed. Jace rolled up sleeves. Time to torque the galaxy. Rill pulled him close amid the chaos. You shield. I rule. Bind us. Her lips brushed, his jaw scaled. Electric. Jace's pulse raced. Not just politics. Fire. But fleet signatures multiplied. Jace scanned readouts. Arm the bays. Human mods incoming. She nodded. Fierce. Their hands locked. Protocol be damned. Saboteurs struck first. Explosions rocked the palace. Jace dove for tools. Rill drew blade. Battle joined. He rigged defenses, dock cable turned plasma nets. Aliens watched. Awed. How? Everyday fix. Jace grinned. Her eyes burned brighter. Tesk coordinated guards. Perimeter breaches. Nala boosted power. Human bypass holds. Rill fought at Jace's side, blade flashing. A saboteur lunged. Jace parried with wrench, countering. She finished it. Teamwork, he said. Her crest flared. Mates. Fleet closed. Jace punched overrides. Palace guns roared, upgraded by his specs. Hits landed. Enemy faltered. Victory hummed. Court chanted. Calder. Consort. Rill claimed him publicly. Kiss sealed, it claws gentle, promise fierce. But one shadow escaped. Jace spotted it. She squeezed his hand. Together, engineering met royalty. They turned the tide. Nala slammed the microfractured hull rib onto the workbench. Fix it, human. Palace vaults hold no spares. Fail. And your consort claim dies here. Jace gripped the jagged alloy. Fractures spider-webbed across its curve, nanometer cracks from stress overload. Alien scanners hummed nearby, redlining tolerances. Engineers clustered. Crests drooping in doubt. Rill watched from her throne dais, eyes locked on him. Her scaled hand rested on her blade hilt. He scanned the rib with his IR meter. Cool to the touch, but heat history showed cyclic fatigue. Straps and chalk. That's the play. Tesk snorted from the shadows. Cargo strapping? Primitive farce. Protocol demands certified bonds. Olin patched in via comms. Jace, station bays report inbound signatures. Unfriendlies probing defenses. Keep it quick. Jace ignored the chatter. He yanked cargo, strapping from a nearby pallet nylon weave. Rated for 10 tons. Twisted it into a clamp jig frame. Ratcheted 2 lengths parallel. Cross-braced with buckles. The rig locked tight around the rib's ends. Nala leaned in, scanner probing his work. No plasma welder? No nano forgers? This insults our craft. Watch. Jace clipped his cheap IR meter to the jig. Dialed it to track microheats. He heated a steel bar from his toolkit with a portable torch cherry red. Precise at 650 Celsius. Pressed it along the fracture lines. Straps held firm as the alloy softened. Sweat beaded on his brow. The palace bay thrummed with tension. Guards shifted at perimeter doors. Rill rose, her robes whispering. She circled the bench, gaze fierce. Jace cold-formed next, gripped a hydraulic jack borrowed from dock cranes, pumped it slow against the jig. The rib groaned, curve straightening under pressure. IR meter beeped green, no hot spots, no warps. He eased off at tolerance. Perfect arc reformed. He snatched chalk from his pocket. Nala's scanner whirred. Her crest flared. Tolerance achieved. Stress lines? Visible. Impossible without full fab, engineers murmured. One probed the chalk marks. Human marks. The invisible. Our augments detect half this. Jace wiped his hands. Everyday fix. Patch the stresses, swap later. Rill stepped forward. Her claws grazed his arm. Electric tingle through his sleeve. You shaped the unshapable. Public vow. Repair. As consort. Challenge. Accepted. Tesk stiffened. Sovereign. Protocol. Record it. Rill's voice cut like steel. Legal precedent. Human ingenuity. Binds to crown. Jace Calder. Shield bearer. Holodrones buzzed in, capturing every angle. Court feeds lit up station-wide. Olin's voice crackled. Jace. Feeds exploding. Aliens calling it legend. But signatures multiply. Fleet. Inbound. Hostile. Nala knelt by the rib. Her scanner deepened. Residue here. Sabotage accelerant. Microfractures induced. Someone targeted palace hull. Jace's gut tightened. He eyed the bay doors. Shadows flickered beyond viewport's shuttles, ghosting perimeter. They timed it. Force a swap. Expose the breach. Rill pulled him close. Her breath warmed his neck, scaled lips brushing his jaw. You saw. Fixed. Now we hunt. Tesk barked orders. Guards sealed bays. Perimeter protocol. No breaches, but alarms wailed. Explosions rocked the outer docks. Jace dove for his toolkit. Rill drew her blade curved, humming with energy. Defenses, Jace yelled. He snatched dock cable thick coils from overhead reels, stripped insulation with pliers, linked it to power relays. Human mod, jury-rigged plasma nets. Sparks danced as fields ignited. Aliens stared. Nala boosted auxiliary power. Human bypass holds at 120%. Saboteurs breached inner airlock. Scaled figures in black cloaks. Blades drawn. One lunged at Rill. Jace parried with his wrench. Metal clanged. The attacker reeled. Rill spun. Blade flashing, severed arm. Hit deck. Teamwork, Jace grunted. Her crest blazed red. Mates. Fleet signatures peaked on readouts. Jace punched overrides at the console. Palace guns, upgraded by his earlier specs, roared to life. Beams lanced void. Enemy faltered. Hits crumpled lead ships. Victory hummed through the bays. Court chanted from feeds. Calder. Consort. Rill claimed him then. Claws gentle on his neck. Lips met his fierce promise. Electric fire. Pulse. Raced. Not just protocol, but one shadow slipped viewport. Escape pod. Jetting clear. Jace spotted it. Not over. She squeezed his hand. Talons firm. Together. Talons firm. Nala rallied her team. Scan all ribs. Human method deploy now. Olin patched secure channels. Station holds. Diplomatic fallout incoming. Royals want you permanent, Jace. Tesk hovered, datapad glowing. Consort rights bind. Fail next protocol. Exile. Jace rolled sleeves higher. Threats layered. Sabotage routes, fleet remnants. Court traps. Rill's touch lingered fire amid steel. He eyed the rib, now mounted as display. Chalk lines glowed under lights. Aliens touched it, reverent. Next fracture? Nala asked. Voice edged awe. Bring it. Jace grinned. Galaxy torqued tighter. Alarms pinged anew. Deeper scans revealed web saboteurs laced palace core with timed fractures. Rill's throne chamber vulnerable. Lead, she commanded, hand in his. They moved as unit. Jace rigged mobile jigs from base scrap. Nala synced alien scanners to his IR feeds. Tesk mapped protocol paths, safe routes through court maze. Olin fed station intel. Human mods saved bays. Aliens upgrading fleet-wide. First core rib weighted in sublevels. Fractured worse palace keystone. Jace strapped in. Heated, formed, chalked. Nala confirmed. Sabotage residue, matched. Pattern, she hissed. Insurrection cells. Rill's blade guarded his back. A cloaked figure darted shadows. She pounced, pinned it. Confess. Intruder spat. Human taints bloodline. Challenge unworthy. Jace finished the rib. Worthy enough. Court watched live. Chant swelled. Shield. And sovereign. Tesk logged precedents. Binding sealed. Political test. Passed. But. Scans deepened. Fleet ghosts. Rallied remnant. Signatures. Cloaking. Inbound. Jace calibrated final jig. Arm bays. My mods incoming. Rill nodded. Fierce. Their hands locked. Protocol bent. Saboteur struck core breach. Explosion rattled struts. Jace dove tools first. Rill flanked. Blade ready. Battle joined anew. He twisted cable to nets. Plasma webs snapped alive. Aliens gaped. How? Straps defy physics. 20. End 4. 24. 24. Human normal, Jace said. Grinned through smoke. Her eyes burned brighter. Crest flared for him. Nala poured power. Bypass supreme. Tesk rallied guards. Hold lines. A saboteur charged Jace. Wrench parried. Rill finished blade precise. Mates, she growled. Fleet closed. Jace overrode guns. Roars echoed. Enemies shattered. One shadow escaped, pod streaking. Not over, Jace said. Together. She echoed. Court roared victory. Rill kissed him public claws tender. Vow iron. Engineering fused royalty. Tide turned permanent. But pod signal pinged Olin's feed. Insurrection. Heart deeper in system. Jace shouldered Kit. Next fix? Rill smiled, scaled. Electric. Empire awaits. They strode out, united. Human nerve. Alien steel. Galaxy fixed. One rib at a time. Deeper alerts flared. Core sabotage timed for throne right. Tesk pallid. Protocol demands consort trial under fire. Jace met Rill's gaze. Ready. She pulled him into march. We torque it. Shadows gathered fleet-wide. Real war loomed. Jace rolled sleeves. Time to prove forever. Guards snapped to attention. Queen Sovereign Rill Vera clamped her scaled hand on Jace Calder's shoulder. You wear my crest now. Royal protection binds you. Jace blinked. Her claws pricked his jumpsuit. Light, but firm. Aliens in the dockyard corridor stared. Crests flickering. Eyes wide. Olin Pruitt hovered behind. Datapad clutched like a shield. Jace, this is unprecedented. Rill ignored him. She strode forward, pulling Jace with her. Her tail swayed, brushing his leg. Palace doors hissed open ahead. Walk as consort. The court sees. Jace matched her pace. His toolkit banged against his thigh. Humans fixed ships. Aliens fixed empires. This? Protocol twisted around his wrenchwork. He spotted Nala Cern in the crowd, her engineering robes crisp. She nodded once, respect in her gaze. They entered the palace proper. Marble-veined walls gleamed under glow orbs. Attendants bowed low, crests flat. Whispers rippled. Rill's grip tightened. They test us. Stand tall. Jace squared his shoulders, smelled incense sharp, metallic. Heard boots echo on polished floors. A disguised figure brushed past an attendant in gray livery. Fingers flicked near Jace's belt. He felt the tug. Access badge line severed. Silent. Alarms blared. Red lights pulsed. The corridor ahead sealed massive doors grinding halfway shut. Rill yanked Jace back as blast shields dropped. Sabotage! Panic surged. Attendants scattered. Guards drew blades. Rill's crest flared crimson. She shoved Jace toward a side panel. Out! Now! CSM. And quote. Crest. Jace dropped to one knee. Door actuator jammed servos, whining. Sparks flying. Standard override. Human side. He popped his toolkit. Got it. Hold. Her blade flashed, guarding his flank. Faster. He yanked the access plate. Wires tangled. Alien spec. No time. Twisted a jumper cable from his belt. Rerouted power. Direct bypassing the fried relay. Sparks bit his fingers. He ignored. Jammed the override lever home. Doors groaned. Then retracted. Clear path. Rill hauled him up. Move! They bolted through. Guards piled after. Chamberlain Tesk burst from a side arch. His robes swirled. Face twisted. Halt! Human! You staged this. Jace skidded to stop. Rill spun. Blade out. Tesk. Explain. Tesk pointed. His finger stabbed air. Badge sabotage? You're doing. Cut your own line to play hero. Power play for throne. Jace checked his belt. Badge dangled, cord sliced clean. Wasn't me. Attendant bumped. Lies, Tesk signaled guards. Confine the outsider. Protocol demands trial under right fire. Rill stepped between. Her voice thundered. He saved me. Crest witness. Tesk sneered. Convenient. Core breach timed perfect. Now this? Test the king, they call him. Jace's gut tightened. King? Her public kiss sealed it in their law. He rolled shoulders. Stay calm. Fix first. Nala pushed through guards. Scanned the door panel. Human override. Clean work. Alien actuators don't yield like that. Tesk whirled. Bias. Confine him. Real's claws flexed. No. He walks free. My vow binds. Guards hesitated. Eyes flicked between them. Jace spoke up. Check the cut. Laser trim precision tool. Not dockyard knife. Tesk paused. Snapped fingers. A tech scurried forward, scanner humming. Silence stretched. Glow orbs flickered overhead. Tech nodded. Confirmed. Micro laser. Not mechanical shear. Tesk's crest dimmed, but eyes burned. Still suspect. Right demands consort trial. Under fire. Rill pulled Jace close. Her scales warmed against his arm. We face it. Together, they marched on. Palace deepened, towers rising, banners snapping. Jace felt eyes everywhere. Whispers chased them. Olin caught up, panting. Jace, embassies screaming. Your diplomatic incident now. Fixing it. Jace muttered. Spotted shadows in alcoves. Real threat circled. Rill led to throne antechamber. Massive doors loomed. Guards tripled. She turned to him. Voice low. Protocol right next. Public vow confirm. Saboteurs strike then. Jace nodded. Toolkit ready. Point me. Her eyes locked his. Crest pulsed soft blue. You torque my world. Heat rose in his chest. He gripped her hand. Claws met calluses. Fit. Tesk shadowed them. Right chamber prepped. Consort proves worth or falls. Doors parted. Court assembled hundreds. Crests at attention. Nala flanked a console. Olin waved from human envoy section. Rill entered first. Jace at her side. Protocol locked. Chants rose. Tesk mounted dais. Trial under fire begins. Alarms wailed again. Floor. Trembled. Not drill. Jace dove for panel. Breach. Rill drew blade. Here! A grate exploded. Saboteurs swarmed, cloaked, blades glowing. One lunged for Rill. Jace swung wrench. Connected. Alien crumpled. Guards clashed. Nala yelled, Power surge! Core failing! Jace sprinted to her. She pointed. Holodisplay flickered plasma conduits rupturing. Right. Seals it. Can't. Bypass. Human fix. He grabbed leads. Thread 'em manual. Stripped insulation. Braided spares into net. Aliens gaped. Rill fought back to back. Her blade sang. Jace! He slammed panel shut. Power stabilized. Lights steadied. Saboteurs fell. One fled down service shaft. Tesk stared. Impossible weave. Physics bends. Human normal, Jace said. Wiped sweat. Court roared. Crests flared unison. Rill sheathed blade. Pulled him center. Kissed fierce public again. Proven. But Holo pinged. Pod signal from before closing on palace docks. Olin burst in. Fleet inbound. Insurrection tests the king for real. Olin. Jace met Rill's gaze. Ready to torque? Her smile scaled electric. Empire calls. Empire calls. Tesk bowed first time. Consort. Led. Shadows deepened. Real war knocked. Jace shouldered kit. Walked with queen. Human nerve met alien steel. Corridor ahead hummed wrong. Air thickened. Rill tensed. Trap. Jace scanned. Actuator lights failed. Someone tests the new king. By caging the queen. Doors slammed shut behind. Forward one's ground half closed. Gas hissed, stun variant. Rill coughed. Blade out. Override. Jace dropped low. Toolkit flew open. Fingers flew reroute jammed actuator. Sparks flew. Gas clawed lungs. He twisted final wire. Levers clicked. Doors parted. They tumbled through. Guards outside hauled them up. Tesk arrived, face ashen. Staged? No real. Rill growled. Hunt them. Jace stood. Lungs burned. Badge cord still dangled. Deeper cut incoming. Nala joined. Your weave held core. But palace grid hacks live. Olin patched come. Human. Fleet en route. Hold. Court murmured. Awe rippled. Rill gripped Jace's arm. Walked him public betrothal stride. They see now. He nodded. Competence spoke. Romance sealed. Politics tested. But vents rattled. Shadow moved. Test escalated. Jace rolled sleeves. Next fix. Her claws intertwined. Hours. Alarms peaked. True trap sprung queen cornered. King forged in fire. Jace wrenched the vent grate free. Claws scraped metal behind him. Rill's blade flashed. Shadowy figure yelped. Fled into ducts. Alarms shrieked higher. Guards swarmed the corridor. Secure the queen, Tesk barked. His enforcers sealed bulkheads. Jace wiped sweat. Lungs still burned from gas. He scanned readouts on his wrist pad. Grid fluctuations spiked toward the throne spire. Not random. Targeted. Rill sheathed her blade. Her scales gleamed under emergency strobes. She gripped his shoulder. Talons firm. Not piercing. You see it first. Again. Nala burst through, toolkit clanking. Her crest flared frustration. Human weave saved core power, but overrides cascade. Throne feeds compromised. Olin patched in via comm. Hologram flickered. Fleet's 2 hours out. Dockside holding. Jace. Don't sign your life away yet. Court aides hovered. Whispers buzzed, factions probing. Rill straightened. Council chamber. Now. We bind this. Jace nodded. No time for doubt. He followed her stride. Competence. Sealed deals here. Chamber doors hissed open. Hollow table glowed. Tesk activated seals. Nala jacked into the grid port. Olin's face steadied on secondary feed. Jace dropped his kit. Pulled a data slate. Contract first. Written. Clear lines. He tapped clauses. Romance. Private. Your call. My choice. Duty. I advise. You rule. Engineering. My authority on fixes. No overrides. Rill's eyes narrowed. Electric blue locked on his. She leaned close. Scent of ozone and steel her adrenaline. Practical. Human. Talons traced his slate. But. Factions. Circle. Insurrection whispers. Weak queen. Unfit consort. Public pair bond ceremony stops them. Vow broadcast. Binding law. Tesk nodded sharp. Protocol demands it. Consort challenge accepted. Your repairs count as formal suit. Deny now. Court fractures. Jace's jaw tightened. Badge cord swung from his neck, still marked him. He met her gaze. No backing down. Ceremony traps me in protocol. I fix ships. Not thrones. Turn it joint. Safety audit. Live feed. We demo grid fixes together. Proves strength. Spots saboteur. Nala's tools word. She glanced up. Crest twitched doubt. Human audit? Our grids layer quantum relays. Your torque wires barely. Work under fire. Jace cut in. Pulled schematics. See this tap? Your relays mask it. My baseline scan caught the draw. Rill circled the table. Claws clicked stone floor. She studied his slate. Smile scaled slow. Clever pivot. Audit as vow. We trace threat public. Factions watch us win. Tesk stiffened. Unprecedented. Ceremony demands. Adapts. Rill overrode. Clause. Live broadcast from throne grid. Joint lead. Human consort demonstrates. Empire sees unity. Jace added lines. Escape clauses. If sabotage hits critical, I pull engineering full control. No questions. She countered fast. Mutual. I lead combat if blades draw. Done. He synced slates. Thumbs pressed digital seal. Olin whistled low. You're in deep, kid. Fleet approves provisional. Nala yanked a cable. Sparks danced. Tap. Confirmed. Power siphoned to shadow net. Feeds thrown. Room hollow relays direct. Jace leaned in. Traced the flow. Alien script danced elegant. Layered. Their quantum weave hides drains. My dumb meters catch heat bleed. Hybrid fix? Nala's crest smoothed. First time. Show me. They patched tandem. Her probes danced quantum keys. His clamps grounded surges. Grid stabilized. Flicker by flicker. Rill watched. Pride scaled her features. This. Them against us. Tesk prepped broadcast rig. Audience assembles. 10 minutes. Alarms dipped, then spiked anew. Console rattled. Holo feed glitched. Insurrection banners flashed over throne crest. They're in the relays. Nala growled. Live sabotage. Live sabotage. Jace shouldered Kit. Audit starts now. Cameras roll, we hunt. Rill's talons laced his hand. Public grip. Pair bond proven in fire. Guards parted. They strode to throne dais. Spotlights ignited. Empire feeds. Linked billions watched. Jace scanned throne grid. Anomalies pulsed red. Tap origin. Sub-level access. Throne room feeds rigged to overload on cue. Crowd hushed. Alien nobles leaned forward. Human fleet icons blinked inbound. Rill raised voice. Crystal clear over comms. Consort Jace Calder. We audit. We bond. Empire endures. He nodded. Toolkit open. First fix. Isolate tap. Fingers flew bypass relays with jury rig shunt. Nala synced her quantum lock. Overload halted. Cheers erupted, but deeper scan pinged. Jace froze. Secondary tap. Throne dais core. Under us. Floor vibrated. Stone cracked. Gas vents hissed, lethal this time. Rill drew blade. Trap within trap. Tesk sealed exits. Broadcast holds. They want spectacle. Nala traced. Insurrection code. Royal blood target. Jace dropped low. Prybar wedged great. Evac below. No fix here. Rill. Cover. She stood guard. Scales bristled. Always. He dove in. Wires. Tangled. Alien complexity. Human hands. Twisted. Crude but sure. Clamp. Splice. Ground. Explosion rocked subgrid. But shunt held. Tap died. He surfaced. Suit streaked. Rill hauled him up. Lips brushed his cheek, public vow. Nobles roared awe. Human steel. Queen unbound. Olin calmed. Fleet docking. Hold for backup. Nala gripped his arm. Your dumb meters saved relays. We integrate. Tesk bowed. Consort protocol yields to audit law. Rill pulled Jace close. Cameras captured. Contract sealed. Romance clause. Negotiable private? He grinned. Dust shook off. Torque later. Alarms silenced. Feeds cleared. But wristpad chirped private. Olin. Third tap. Jace's gut tightened. Rill tensed beside him. Saboteurs escalated humans in crossfire now. Who hits next? He muttered. Her claws tightened. Us. Together. Throne shadows stirred. Broadcast peaked. Real test ignited. Queen Sovereign Ril Vera seized the throne dais microphone. Subjects of the Vale Concord. Witness my claim. Jace Calder, human mechanic of the outer docks, stands as my chosen consort. His hands mended what treason shattered. Bind this vow in broadcast law. Jace stood rigid beside her. Spotlights glared. Thousands of alien eyes locked on holoscreens across the palace. Nobles murmured. His wrist pad burned with Olin's warning. Third. Tap. Inbound. He scanned conduits overhead. No time to whisper. Ril's scales flushed violet royal intent. She gripped his arm. Claws pricked skin. Transparency forces traitor's hands. They strike, now or kneel. Tesk stepped forward. Chamberlain's robes rustled. Screens flickered. A low hum built. Lights dimmed. Then surged wild. Explosion in the grid. Feed cut to static. Throne room plunged black. Emergency reds pulsed faint. Nobles shouted. Gasps echoed off stone. Saboteurs! Ril snarled. Blade flashed in her hand. Jace dropped to one knee. Wrist pad glowed. Meters spiked overload cascade. Palace grid fried deliberate. Not random. Patterned surge. Hitting broadcast relays first. Tesk activated seals. Doors hissed shut. Insiders. Hold positions. Nala Cern burst from engineering alcove. Tools clanked her belt. Core breakers tripped. Full blackout in 30. Jace yanked a panel grate. Sparks spat. No. Isolate first. Ril. Light here. She tossed glow orb. It hummed blue. Wires writhed like serpents. Alien braids triple insulated. Phase locked. Human eyes traced flows. Surge poured from sub-basement node. Bus bars. Spare ones? Nala shoved a crate. Protocol spares. Useless for Veil tech. Jace grabbed two. Heavy alloy, human-sized grips. Perfect. Watch. He stripped insulation with pliers. Clamps bit. Twisted bus bar across main feeder. Grounded secondary. Surge split half-shunted safe. Lights flickered in throne sector. Feed stuttered alive. Ril's face reappeared on holos. Nobles cheered faint. Human bypass. Nala breathed. Eyes widened. No fusion weld. Raw clamp holds phase? Jace nodded. Sweat stung. Friction lock. Torque spec, 200 newtons. Next section. He crawled conduit crawl space. Ril covered his back. Blade swept shadows. Second bar bridged output relay. Click. Power bloomed in antechamber. Cameras caught her profile, fierce guard. Tesk calmed security. Dace secure. Human restores. Suntime NIC. But Jace's pad chirped. Current. Ghosted impossible loop. Backflow from Fleet Bay vector. Olin's tap. Wait. Pattern wrong. Insider node. Throne undercroft access. Only royals key it. Ril froze. My Chamberlain codes. Tesk paled. Not I. Audit logs. Alarms wailed fresh. Subfloor rumbled. Jace wedged pry bar. Grate popped. Down. Now. He dropped first. Legs hit damp stone. Pipes steamed. Ril landed light. Scales gleamed. Lead, consort. He traced glow down. Node pulsed red. Override active. Human fingers probed. Tamper seal fresh. Cut here. Trace signature. Nala repelled after. Scanner's word. Insurrection glyph. Matches outer fleet. Jace sliced bypass. Power stabilized palace wide. Feed roared back full. But node fed data burst fleet docking codes hijacked. They're turning our ships. Olin's voice crackled open comm. Jace. Vector lock. Security swarmed undercroft. Blasters charged. Shadow-fled robes flashed Chamberlain trim. Tesk whirled. Imposter! My seal stolen. Rill's eyes blazed. Hunt! She hauled Jace up. Body pressed close. Heat radiated. You mapped their heart. Vow holds. Nobles bowed as lights blazed full. Cheers thundered. Human sight. Queen ascendant. Jace dusted hands. Grinned faint. Just. Followed amps. Wristpad pinged final. Saboteur pinned at bay locks. But fleet. Inbound armed hulls. Wrong paint. Rill leaned in. Voice low. Private clause activates. Your quarters. Torque specs. Demonstrated? He met her gaze. Claws laced fingers. Gut twisted, not fear. Alliance sealed, in wire and will. Dockmaster Olin's shuttle docked emergency. Jace, fleets rigged. Incoming barrage. Explosions lit the void. Real war breached gates. Rill drew him to command balcony. Stars burned with incoming fire. Together, Jace pulled toolkit. Bypass the barrage. Her laugh rang, scales shivered delight. Tesk rallied guards. Nala synced scanners. Protocol bent. Human hands rewired fate. But lead ship hailed. Voice distorted. Jace's fix lit the counterboard. Targets locked. One pull fleet turned. Rill's claw traced his jaw. My legend. He squeezed back. Our grid. Barrage twisted course. Saboteur ship bloomed fire. Cheers galaxy-wide. Yet private comm whispered. Fourth tap. Deep core. Her throne heart. Jace tensed. Rill's grip tightened. Test deepened. Queen Sovereign Rill Vera thrust the dais throne forward. Broadcast resumes. Jace Calder, proven consort, maps treason's veins. Veil Concord. Affirm. Holos exploded cheers. Jace stood firm. Her shoulder brushed his claim public. Heat private, but Undercroft echo lingered. Imposter's trail led coreward. Real threat burrowed deeper. Nala slapped his back. Your crude bars saved crown. We rebuild with them. Tesk bowed low. Protocol evolves. Human audit supreme. Olin landed beside. Station holes. But Fleet Logs Insider Fleet Admiral. Rill's eyes narrowed. Hunt ends tonight. Jace nodded. Toolkit heavy. Romance sparked in Blackout's forge. Politics? Just another surge to shunt. Lights hummed steady. Broadcast peaked empire-wide. Vow echoed eternal. Yet core pinged faint. Fourth anomaly stirred. Jace's pad mapped it. Rill saw. Claws intertwined. War's shadow loomed. They charged as one. Rill's voice boomed anew. Consort Jace claims the grid. Traitors, yield. He worked panels seamless. Aliens gaped. Human normal, legend born. Saboteurs cracked. But core tap pulsed stronger. Admiral's fleet regrouped shadow side. Vector incoming, Olin barked. Jace bridged final bar. Power surged defiant. Rill pulled him into kiss scales to skin. Public. Sealed. Private. Torque awaited. Core cracked open. Admiral's face grinned, sabotage feed. Endgame, Jace muttered. Her blade sung. Ours. Fleet turned. Victory blazed. But Admiral's laugh echoed. Fifth layer peeled. They dove together. Hands linked. Romance forged in crisis. Politics bent to proof. Human spark lit alien stars. Rill sealed broadcast. Consort eternal. Jace grinned through soot. Ready for more. Core hissed. Admiral waited. Test ignited true. Lights died again. Jace moved first. Her guard followed. Blackout to map. Map to victory. They plunged. Queen Rill yanked Jace center dais. People, see your consort's hand. He turned dark to dawn. Crowd roared. Jace scanned grids. Stable now. But Pad warned. Core flux building. Tesk flanked. Sovereign. Insider apprehended. Chamberlain false. Nala nodded. Human pattern flagged him. Olin calmed. Fleet secure. Your bypass jammed their locks. Rill's tail coiled Jace's leg. Possessive. Warm. He leaned close. Negotiable? Her whisper purred. Very. But alarm spiked. Core grid Royal Vault access. Impossible breach. Jace dropped tools. There. Insider Node 2. Admiral's code. Security swarmed. Rill led charge. Blade high. They breached vault. Saboteur console active. Admiral's hologram sneered. Too late. Core melt initiates. Jace slammed bypass. Bus bars clamped. Melt halted cold. Olo shattered. Cheers galaxy shook. Rill crushed him embrace. Lips claimed. My human. Nobles knelt. Steel consort. Security teams clamped mag cuffs on Deputy Varn. Tesk's second in command. The alien thrashed against the hold. His scales flaring crimson. Jace wiped sweat from his brow, staring at the console's flickering readout. His jury-rigged current map pulsed Green Node 2's power draw, matched Varn's personal key codes exactly. No coincidence. Traitor confirmed. The lead guard barked into his comm. Key code trace seals it. Rill's grip tightened on Jace's arm. Her tail flicked sharp approval. The vault's emergency lights cast harsh shadows over the kneeling nobles. Varn snarled, eyes locked on Jace. Filthy off-worlder meddler. Jace ignored him. He yanked the bypass bus bars free, securing the core melt lockdown. Sparks died. Silence fell, broken only by Varn's curses. Tesk stepped forward, his protocol robes crisp despite the chaos. Face pale, he bowed low to Rill. Sovereign, I vouch for my deputy's loyalty no longer. Execute protocol purge. Rill's voice boomed through the broadcast relays still live across the station. People of Vera Prime. Witness. Deputy Varn breached the Royal Vault. Sabotage at Admiral's order. His faction rights voided. Stripped. Exiled to void ships eternal. Crowd feeds erupted in roars. Holoscreens galaxy-wide, lit with the arrest. Varn slumped as guards dragged him out. Jace felt Rill's warmth press closer, her breath hot on his neck, possessive. He met her gaze. Golden eyes fierce, but soft at the edges. She turned to the dais camera. Tail uncoiled from his leg. Deliberate. And to my consort. Jace called her forgive this sovereign's haste. Tradition cornered you. In thus, public vow demanded consort claim on your deed. I pressed ritual before truth. Apology broadcast. Repairs proved you first. Not rights. Nobles murmured. Tesk's spines twitched. Protocol bent public. Jace's pulse raced. Her words hit like a plasma weld. Queen rewriting her own law for him. He stepped up, tools still dangling from his belt. Microphones hummed alive. Queen Rill. Grateful. But crown? No. Misunderstanding sparked this. I fix ships. Not thrones. Gasps rippled. Rill's tail lashed once, then stilled. She smiled, fangs glinting. Bold consort. Name terms. Jace glanced at the core grid. Stable. But flux echoes lingered. Olin's voice crackled in his earpiece. Jace. Fleet's holding. Don't botch diplomacy now. Probationary title, Jace said clear. Consort, in proof. I keep my dockyard workshop. Full access. And choice mine. Bind me wrong. I walk. Her laugh purred low, vibrating through him. Accepted. Probation seals. Workshop royal. Choice yours, till proof binds eternal. Cheers exploded anew. Tesk signaled scribes. Holo contracts flashed into existence. Signatures beaming across nets. Nala pushed through. her engineer's harness smeared with conduit grease. Human. Your map. It traced quantum keys. Our scanners missed harmonics. Teach me? Jace nodded. Later. Flux building again. Need eyes on it. Rill clasped his hand, claws light. Escort. To dockyard. Now. Guards clear path. They moved as one. Her elite flanked them through vault doors, into station corridors thrumming with repair drones. Crowds parted, chanting, "Steel consort." Jace's boots echoed on deck plates. Her scent, ozone, and spice filled his senses. Tail brushed his hip. Intentional. Tesk trailed, datapad glowing. Sovereign. Per protocol. New standard. Rill cut. Broadcast. Reignited. Repairs before rituals. Decree royal. All crises. Fix first. Proof second.